Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this library webinar that will discuss how to search Ancestry and Fold3. Troy Social Science Librarian Stephanie White is graciously offered to give a presentation. So we will turn it over to you.
All right. Let me share my screen really quick. Okay. Do you all see my screen?
Yep.
Looks good.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So hi, everyone. As Dr. Stewart said, my name's Stephanie White. I'm the Social Sciences Librarian at Troy. I'm going to go over Ancestry and Fold3 library editions. So we are kind of on a shorter time frame, so I'm going to go through a little quickly. But if you have any questions, just make a note of them as I talk. We're going to have time for questions at the end. Before I start, I want to thank the Department of Veteran Affairs who supplied the grant that enabled us to purchase Ancestry and Fold3 subscriptions, as well as Dr. Carlson and the Troy History Department who secured the grant for the university. So it's because of them that we are even able to access them through the library. So what is Ancestry? Many of you may have heard of it through the personal subscription side. They have a lot of cool features available. In short, the library edition is the same as the personal with just a few things that are not available through it that are through the personal, but a lot of the records are there. It's an online genealogical database. It has resources like census, immigration, and military records, and a lot more. It's helpful for personal family history research and just general historical research. So how do you get there? Just start right at the beginning. You're going to go to my.troy.edu and then go to the library's homepage from there. You can also get to it through the link that's at the bottom of this page, at the bottom of the slide. And from the library's homepage, you'll look for underneath resources where it says databases by subject and alphabetically. If you just click that link, it'll take you to a page with a list of all of our databases, and it's in alphabetical order, so you don't have to scroll very far to find Ancestry, and then you click the link. And that's going to take you to Ancestry's homepage. You'll know you're in the right place if you see Troy University in the top right corner of the screen. If you do not see Troy University, then you're not in the right place. You can't just Google Ancestry and get to it. You need to make sure that you go through the library's link that's on our list of databases. So in the middle of the page, it's just a little quick search starting out your genealogy research. You put in your grandfather or grandmother's first and last name and where they might have lived. At the bottom are quick links to specific collections available on Ancestry. And then the search tab at the top and the begin searching button in the middle of the page will take you straight to the Ancestry search page. There are more tabs along the top here. So message boards, those are essentially discussion boards where people who have a personal Ancestry subscription will talk back and forth, give each other tips, ask genealogical research questions. You can't actually post on that through the library edition. It's one of the differences between the two, but you can read all of it, so you may find helpful info there. The Learning Center is going to be guides put together by Ancestry so that it's like talking about specific research that you might be doing in Ancestry. So how to effectively use vital records in your genealogical research. So there's a lot of helpful info there. Charts and Forms is just blank and fillable PDFs you can download and print that contain like research tools. They're good for taking notes while you're doing research. So there's some good stuff there. And then new collections will not only take you to new items that are just put into Ancestry, but also it's where you might go if you just want to browse what's available and not actually do a search. If you just want to go in and see what all is on Ancestry, you can click here. So this is a search page. On the right side of the screen, you can explore by collection. So the type of records that there are. And then towards the middle and bottom of the screen, you can explore by location. And then at the top is the just basic search bar. You can search by first, middle name, last name, where the person might have lived, and then their birth year. So if I narrow in on that, if you start typing in the first name or last name box, a checkbox was going to appear that says exact. If you click that, it's going to pull up this little drop down with these options. What they do is tell the database to look for similar names or names that sound like that. So maybe you know your ancestor's name or you know the person's name, but you're not really sure on the spelling. You don't know, maybe they went by an initial, like maybe this guy's name was Stephen Jacob and he went by SJ. You can click on these options and it'll just expand your results. And then if I click show more options, that's going to take me to just the advanced search. So there will be more limiters and things you can add into your search. So these are the advanced search options that are available. You can also add in a keyword, which will search the title and the description of each record that's in Ancestry. And I did want to point out real quick, I skipped it. I have a tip on the search page at the top of the slide for searching. It's not always helpful to put in every single bit of information that you have about the person. Because if you do, it's going to look for that information in the record. And so like say I know the name, the date of birth, where they lived, it's going to want all that info to be in the results. And it may push down to the bottom records that have helpful info, but don't necessarily contain all of the search terms that you put in there. Okay, one final thing about Ancestry is while you're searching, say you have a lot of different records that are coming up that you want to save, but you don't want to have to track them down later, you can actually email them to yourself. So say that I search for Stephen, found a record, I'm going to click on the title of that record and it's going to pull me to a page where I see this little box here. It says send document. If I click that, it's going to ask for my email. I put my email in and then I email that record to myself. So that's just a good way to keep note of documents as you're searching. So that was Ancestry. I want to really quickly talk about Fold3. Fold3 is made by Ancestry, so it's the same people. It mainly focuses on U.S. military records specifically, but it does have some stuff about other countries as well. So how do you get there? You get there pretty much the same way you get to Ancestry, by going to the library's homepage and clicking databases by subject and alphabetically. On the list of databases, click the letter F at the top. That's just going to jump you down to the Fs, and then search for Fold3 and click the link. So this is the Fold3 homepage. You know you're in the right place if you see Library Edition at Troy University at the top. There are quick links on the page that let you view records by geographic location, where it took place, and then narrow down by specific conflict. There are memorials that you can search. So memorials are essentially pages dedicated to a specific veteran put together by Fold3 users. So you can see there's 642 million of them that you can search. So you may find info on the veteran that you're looking for there. There's a quick search bar in the middle of the page. And then you can click search and browse at the top to take you to the search page. And this is a search page. So at the top right, you'll see this little button here where you can toggle between search and browse. You turn it on if you just want to browse what records are available. You're not really looking to do a search. You just want to see what's there. Okay. And then over on the left are the filters that are available. So there's several different ones that you can go by. I have a list here on the slide. You can add even more if you look at the bottom of the left sidebar, click on filter settings, and then there are even more filters that you can add into your search. So if I start typing in the search bar, a drop down is going to appear that will lets you designate your search term as a keyword, a name, or a place. So once you select what it is, you can keep adding more search terms. So I added in Stephen as a name, and then I can add in, oh, I went too fast. And then I can keep adding in more search terms. So I know his name's Stephen and he's from New York. So I can click on New York as a place and then search for him. So that was a quick overview of searching Ancestry and Fold3. Thank you all for watching. I know it was fast, so I'll hand it back over to Dr. Stewart for questions.
Thank you so much. This is very interesting, and I'm glad that our library has access to these resources now. Are there any questions for Stephanie? You can type them in the comment box, or you can just feel free to make sure your mic is on if you want to ask the question.
I have a question. Can you hear me? The Fold3 materials, I know for census data, it's like only up through 1950. So there's all the stuff since then is sort of withheld. For Fold3, do the records go up through a certain period of time and then they have that same silent after that?
I would have to check on the specific records. I can definitely research it and send out info. I was going to send, everybody's going to get the recording and info, and I can look into that specifically, differences like and limitations in the records. I know there's no difference between the library edition of Fold3 and the personal subscription edition as far as records go, but I'm not sure what the exact limit is on
how recent records would be.
Yeah. But I can definitely look into that and send it out with the info.
Dr. Gibson has asked, what are some of the common mistakes that people make when using the database?
I think a big one with this that I saw when I was researching for this presentation is putting in too much information at first, so they get like really excited about their search and gather as much information about a particular person as they can, which is good. You want to do that before you start searching, but then if you put it all in there, it is going to limit the results that you get. And then also I think it's helpful to consult the research guides and then the librarians that are available to you before deep diving into a genealogical research project.
I'll tell you a mistake I made. I didn't know there was a place to put in names other than a grandparent on the home page. So by showing up here tonight, I learned there's a place to just put in a person.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, they don't make that super clear.
We have time if anybody has any questions about using the database, how or who can they contact?
So they can reach out to me. My email was on the slide here, which is going out on the recording, and then you'll also get it in the after follow-up. I'm the Social Sciences Librarian, and since this follows under history, this is kind of my subject area. But you can also reach out to the library specifically, so libhelp@troy.edu, or you can actually just go on the live chat on the library's homepage and ask one of the librarians. And if they don't know the answer, they will find it out or pass it to me.
Okay, awesome. Well, Stephanie, thank you so much for this very informative and concise introduction.
Yeah.
This has been very, very helpful.
Yeah, I'm happy to do it.
Okay, well, with that, we will let you all go. Hope you all have a great rest of the evening, and thank you for watching and thank you for attending.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.